And hopefully I don't fall off this chair. Hey, we're going to... Oh, these glasses did something weird. That mom never shuts up over there. We're going to read the first chapter. I have to start over because I was just videoing it. Okay. The closing table caper. It was a typical Wednesday morning. One of those crisp Oregon days that hinted at the arrival of fall. The leaves rustled outside Tara Nagelhout's window as she sipped her coffee. The aroma curling around her like the comforting embrace of a purring cat. She absent-mindedly scratched Laura, her loyal feline companion, as the phone buzzed on the table beside her. "Hello," she answered, still half distracted by the sunlight streaming through the window. "Tara, you would not believe the news. It was Jackie, one of her closest friends and a fellow member of the cat rescue board." Tara could hear the excitement in Jackie's voice, almost tangible through the phone. "What is it?" Tara asked, taking a sip and trying to sound more interested than she felt about her friend's new gossip line. "Have you heard about the string of burglaries happening in the foreclosed homes around town?" Jackie exclaimed. Tara raised an eyebrow. "Burglary? In foreclosed homes? That's odd. But you know I'm way up to my neck in paperwork trying to sell these houses." "What's new exactly?" She adjusted in her chair, rubbing Laura's soft fur absent-mindedly. "It's not just that," Jackie continued. "They're saying it's not your average break-ins. Some of the homeowners have reported strange things happening, like chairs being rearranged, odd smells, and even the occasional rogue cat toy left behind." Oh boy. Tara chuckled, a sound filled with skepticism. "Are you saying cats are in on it now?" Where was I? Well, I can see the headlines. Feline, felons, or perfectly innocent. Banana and I are serious. We don't know who Banana is. AI wrote this. Jackie insisted, her voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper. "I heard a couple of the cats from the rescue might have been seen wandering near one of the homes." Tara shook her head, bemused by the absurdity. "So you think there's a gang of rescue cats rummaging through foreclosures? That would be a plot twist worthy of a reality show." "Well, I had a friend who saw something strange at the house on Hawthorne Lane. Something definitely fishy about that one, if you ask me. You should check it out." Tara considered it for a moment. She should be working, or at least pretending to juggle her responsibilities as a realtor. However, the curiosity surging through her was undeniable. "Fine, I'll take a look at Hawthorne Lane on my lunch break. If I find any feline suspects, I'll let you know." Hi, Trevor. "Fine. I'll take a look at Hawthorne Lane on my lunch break. If I find any feline suspects, I'll let you know." "Great. I await the thrilling tale of your findings, Detective Tara," Jackie laughed, their banter lightening the morning's seriousness. After hanging up, Tara grabbed her laptop and began to catalog properties. Like an investigator piecing together clues, she created a list of the foreclosed homes that had been burglarized, her screen filled with names and addresses, along with notes detailing the odd occurrences Jackie had mentioned. "Laura," Tara said, glancing at her bemused cat sprawled on the table, "you and I have an unofficial case to solve. It seems the cats of this town are up to some mischief." Is that Trevor? Trevor? No, it's not Trevor. It's Tim and Jennifer's dog. Oh, it's UPS. "Hey, Trevor, I see you're watching. UPS is backing up to your house." Laura, maybe it's time to gather some intel." Laura blinked, yawning wide and then rolling over, seemingly unfazed by Tara's enthusiasm. "Rough day, huh? I get it. Busy schedules, cat naps, the usual," Tara murmured, straightening in her chair. She recalled the homes Jackie mentioned during their call and how they'd been sitting unattended for far too long, probably in redemption. She began to mentally group them, trying to connect the dots. By lunchtime, Tara hastily... It actually says Rita, but it was supposed to be Tara. AI's not perfect. Hastily packed away her computer and filled her bag with cat treats, just in case she needed to speak to the local feline informants. As she slipped into the driver's seat of her old SUV, I don't know how they knew that, she felt a surge of purpose. What if there was something more behind these burglaries? She could save the day, or worse, buy into one of her friend's fanciful stories again. Arriving at Hawthorne Lane, Tara's heart raced. The neighborhood was eerily quiet. The foreclosed home loomed like a ghost of its former self. Probably needs to be staged. Dead leaves crunched beneath her feet as she surveyed the properties, eyes widening at the sight of the peeled paint, broken shutters, and weeds reclaiming the yard from the outside. It seemed as neglected as a shelter cat forgotten by potential adopters. An adult black male. You know that's what it is. Yep. "Here we go," Tara muttered, heart pounding. As she crossed the threshold, a wave of crumbling plaster and mildew hit her. She wrinkled her nose, taking out her phone to document the less than pleasant state of the house. Yeah, because she's got a Facebook background. taking out, the air felt charged with untold stories and potential secrets lingering in the silence. She had jump-started the investigation, but was left feeling like the protagonist in a low-budget horror film. Laura, any hints? She turned around in circles, but her cat had remained outside, judging from a safe distance like a true feline. Well, guess it's just me then. Tara wandered through the chilling hallway, her shoes echoing on the hardwood floors. She opened doors. Some creaked, and peered into rooms furnished only by dust what? I think that's supposed to be dust mites and broken dreams. In one bedroom, she noticed the window opened a crack, cold air swirling around the room. Aha! What do we have here? There it was, perfectly perched on the mantle. What? A pink chew toy, one of those fuzzy mice that every cat eventually claims as their own. In my house, they'll just pee on it. Let's be real. Someone's kitty must have come to investigate. The presence of a cat toy in an otherwise barren home intrigued her. Could this be a clue? Suddenly, a loud rustling came from the living room. Cautiously, Tara approached and peeked around the corner. Was that another plush mouse? She took a step forward, heart racing. Bye, UPS guy. I wonder what Trevor got. Well, it was okay. Could this be the start of cracking the case or the sound of unscrupulous felines fleeing the scene? Okay, what is going on here? She whispered to the empty room as the rustling intensified. She leaned further in, her mind racing with possibilities. Just as she proceeded into the room, her phone rang loudly, startling her. Of all the times for a phone call, she groaned as she swiped to answer the call while glancing toward the source of the noise. Tara here, what's up? Oh, honey, did you see the new listing down the street? I think we can turn it around. It was Jim, her husband, speaking with his trademark enthusiasm. See, that's really funny because nope. Has Jim ever been enthusiastic? She's not listening to me. Okay, anyway. Jim, I'll need to call you back. I might have stumbled across something ... unusual. Unusual? Is that the fancy word for your cat toys? I doubt your little rescue schemes are going to solve our mortgage issues. What? What mortgage issues? And also rescue... Actually, my rescue schemes don't help with the mortgage at all. Quite the opposite. He's right. Unusual, yes. Jim, stay put, Tara shot back, her determination igniting. This isn't just a cat scheme. This could be a legitimate mystery, and I'll prove it. That Jim better back off. With that, she pocketed her phone and turned toward the shadows of the living room, steeling herself for whatever feline friend awaited her. The game was afoot. Tara stepped cautiously into the living room, her heart thudding in her chest. The room, cloaked in a veil of dust, seemed to whisper secrets, each particle swirling in the beam of sunlight that radiated through the cracked window. She could feel Laura's presence peering at her from the front porch. What are you doing, Olivia? It was as if her feline companion awaited some magical signal. Well, Laura, does it look... It looks like we're in quite the oh my gosh. Well, Laura, looks like we're in for quite the treasure hunt, Tara murmured to herself, determined to sift through the remnants of past lives left behind in the foreclosed homes. As she combed through the living room, her gaze focused on the strange occurrences around her. Scattered not far from the pink chew toy was a small pile. Who is in my house? I don't know. A small pile of old newspapers, haphazardly piled as if someone had been searching for something among the pages. She picked one up and inspected it, noting the strange headline about lost pets and bizarre sightings. Perhaps the town's version of ghost stories, but with both purrs and growls. Why would anyone leave this here? She mused aloud as she tucked the article into her bag for further examination later. Laura, oh my God, you finally showered.
Yeah.
How many days?
I'm saying Jim is not enthusiastic at all. And watching the video, I feel like you need those metal, chain thing on your glasses, and you need a bow somewhere on you.
These are sunglasses, not reading glasses. I don't need reading glasses.
No, but you're being a librarian, so it would really fit
Oh my
better.
God, all my viewers left. That's all right. Okay, where are we?
No one knows.
Okay. Laura, sensing the shift in the air, suddenly darted past her, slinking into the next room like a shadow. Tara gasped, half convinced the house had come to life. Hold on, where are you going? She called after her, abandoning her findings momentarily to follow her cat.
Well, yeah, that happens a lot.
Well, my cat would just be out. You can't just run off on your own. Well, that's what happens when you let your cat go outside now, isn't it? Laura stopped suddenly, presenting a haunting picture. There's kittens in there. Laura stopped suddenly, presenting a haunting picture as she crouched. Hello, Clark. Low in one corner of what appeared to be an old dining room. Tara approached quietly to avoid startling her. Guys, as she drew nearer, she noticed that Laura was fixated on an abandoned cabinet tucked away near the wall. Yeah, it's true. Vivian.
Mice.
No, I lost my spot. Okay, what is it, girl? You see something interesting? These dogs. I lost my spot again.
Something in the cabinet. He's very excited.
Oh, you're getting on the ottoman. That's great.
Oh, Vivian.
Tara asked, watching her cat's ears twitch in excitement. Before Laura could respond, naturally, Tara opened the cabinet doors cautiously. Inside, she gasped as her fingers brushed against something unyielding, discovering mixing with dread. Stacked among dusty plates was an assortment of cat figurines. Their painted eyes staring with false innocence at her. Cat figurines? Really? She said, lifting one delicately. A collector's stash in an abandoned home. This is bizarre.
That's so rewarding.
Yeah, we're reading my book. The AI wrote, not me. Don't get excited. I haven't done that yet. I want to. I actually was looking up fiction writing groups and classes in the area, but
Yeah, they're lame.
they all sound a little bit psycho, actually.
They're lame.
Okay.
Yeah.
Laura paced relentlessly at Tara's feet. A flicker of awareness in her green eyes. Laura
did they
has
know?
green eyes!
How did they know?
Oh, the cat on the front of the book has green eyes too, but the cat's the wrong fur color.
Did
What?
you show him the little tiny cat?
Yeah,
When you're...
that's in my boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't actually look like a kitten. It looks
does.
like a regular sized cat that was shrink rayed.
Well,
Like
I'm
the
sure it
proportions
was.
and the facial structure and stuff are
But
wrong.
still, there's a little
It's
tiny
a kitten in my boobs like I like to have. Okay. Laura was pacing at my feet, a flicker of awareness in her green eyes as if she was reminding Tara that their adventure was far from over. The figurines were odd enough, but what truly caught Tara's curiosity was a note card resting beneath the largest of them. Let's see what you have
Jewel
to
denial.
say, she said, carefully extracting the card from its dusty home. The handwriting was elegant, almost whimsical.
You don't see that nowadays.
No. Find the purr in every mystery, it read cryptically. Trust the paths you follow, not paths, and your heart will lead you home. Tara furrowed her brow. I'm going to need a translation for this one. Just then, the door creaked ominously as Laura darted once more, this time racing out of the room and toward the hallway. Tara, gripping the note card tightly, hurried after her. Hold on. I can't keep doing this every time you see something. They entered the hallway and Tara had to laugh nervously at the state of disorder around her. Old shoes, a few dull books, and even a broken umbrella were strewn across the floor. It looked like the aftermath of a catwalk show gone horribly wrong. I would like to point out right now, those are not the top 5 things located in a foreclosure. You've got pennies, porn, drug paraphernalia,
Pee,
rotting
lot of
food,
urine.
and
Overflowing toilet.
no, like I'm talking about stuff in there. Pennies, porn,
A lot
drug
of sticky
paraphernalia,
stuff.
old
And
mail.
glassware.
Oh, so
Old
many glasses.
glassware.
Yes, okay. So they've got that wrong, but that's all right. We'll let
It's
it
like
go.
a carny lived there.
I don't know what that means. They entered the hallway, and Tara had to laugh nervously at the rate of disorder, blah, blah, blah. Do you think anyone was here recently, she asked, raising her eyebrow at the chaotic testimony of the confused inhabitants before them. Laura meowed once, her voice vibrating with urgency, before she zigzagged back towards another door at the end of the hall. Oh, this is easier to see. Tara pressed forward, her curiosity replaced by a bubbling excitement that felt tangible in the air.
I can feel it.
That's the second time they've said something that wasn't tangible was. As they descended into what appeared to be a den or study, a gust of wind shuddered through, causing Tara to shiver. What was it about today? She felt like stepping into the pages of her favorite mystery novel, with every turn revealing more bizarre clues. My leg's going numb.
Vivian, you're so
In the dim light of the room, she spotted a small knitted blanket draped over an armchair, but it was the faint sound of a thump that distracted her. There it was again. She glanced at Laura, who had frozen in place, her sleek body tense, eyes trained on a dark corner of the room. What is it, girl? Tara whispered, inching closer to Laura. Magic hung thick in the air as she finally spotted a tiny door at the base of the wall.
It's a mouse door.
It was practically hidden among the shadows, the intricate carvings on it crumbling from age, but undeniably charming. Could it be a little cat door, she asked aloud, kneeling down to inspect it, or maybe it just connects to some kind of secret cat lair. Laura leaned closer, sniffing at the door, then shot her head upward as if she had deciphered something profound. Tara scratched her head in disbelief as Laura suddenly pawed at the door as if trying to communicate something more. Okay, you little detective. I'm not going to shove you into any traps, Tara assured her. But it does feel like we're on to something. With cautious optimism, she pushed against the door. To her surprise, it swung open to reveal a small, dimly lit space behind it. Tara recoiled slightly. It was lined with scraps of cloth, old shoes, and strangely enough, catnip. The aroma filled her senses, and instinctively she braced herself for a flurry of curious cats to emerge. Is this some kind of kitty hideout? She exclaimed, her mind racing with the possibilities. Inside, there were even dusty items that looked as though they were collected from around town. Wait, are you telling me our little forest has a secret lair? This is starting to sound like a feline espionage movie. Just then, Tara's phone buzzed violently against her thigh. Okay, interrupting her thoughts.
It would have been doing that.
It would have been doing it the whole time. She whirled and fished it out from her pocket, only to find Jim's name flashing on the screen. Dang it, Jim, we told you to stand back.
The man.
The man. Yeah. Not now, Jim. She sighed, but glanced back at Laura, who was still intent, pawing at around the cabinet like a feline Indiana Jones. Wait a minute, Tara muttered, her eyes caught on a small collar laying next to a torn shoelace. This isn't just an ordinary collection. If someone was using this place, they must have left something behind. She leaned down and grabbed the collar, her heart surging with adrenaline as she read it. Whiskers. Whiskers? Who were you, she mused. Did you lead a double life as a bumbling burglar? Let's see, I'm only on page 8 now. These pages are very thick, but they're a little shiny, so they kind of are slippy. Laura looked up, almost as if she understood the sarcasm in Tara's tone, her own fur prickling with excitement of investigation and a sense of something very strange afoot. Tara snapped a photo of the collar, but a feeling of unease crept over her. The pieces of a larger puzzle were beginning to manifest. Foreclosure mysteries, odd collections, secret lairs, and a curious cat. What it all means, she whispered, is anyone's guess. With a determined gaze, she treated Laura to a proud smile. Well, my furry partner, I think we're about to dive deeper into this cat-centric chaos. Laura meowed in agreement.
Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama.
As if promising they were in this together. Tara knew this was just the beginning, and whatever strange tale lay ahead, she was ready to chase it down, paw by paw. After an afternoon spent unraveling the mysteries of the foreclosed homes, I don't think we really unraveled anything, Tara returned home feeling electrified. The chaotic tales of misplaced cat figurines and concealed collars buzzed through her mind, intertwining with the cryptic messages she had unearthed. She flicked on the living room lamp, allowing its warm glow to chase away the shadows of uncertainty. Vivian, honey, you're killing me here. My leg is very, very numb. Okay, you can have the ottoman, okay? I didn't want it anyway. You just stay there, okay? We're reading my book. Okay. Jim, are you home? She called, placing her bag down on the table, laden with cat toys and half-finished paperwork. Yeah, I'm in the back, he replied, his voice echoing from the kitchen. I wonder if it was with his usual enthusiasm.
Yes, absolutely.
Tara hurried down the hallway,
in the kitchen.
Determination mingling with excitement. She had a myriad of revelations to share with her husband, and she knew he would appreciate her findings, or at least she hoped he would. Jim, you won't believe what I found today, she declared as she entered the kitchen, where he was busy chopping vegetables in preparation for dinner.
I don't think
so.
Jim
no.
doesn't like vegetables.
He likes like 2 vegetables.
Yeah,
Peas and corn, I think. It's gross. What's up? Found any old mouses? He teased, supporting that maddening grin that usually meant he thought he was being overly dramatic. She was being overly dramatic. Actually, yes. Not just mice, but an entire collection. So there. She rushed to tell him about the figurines, the hidden cat lair, the strange collar, and Laura led me to this little door in one of the homes. I think some cats may have been involved in the break-ins. Jim paused, eyeing her with skepticism as he wiped hands on a towel. Tara, I understand you're doing the cat rescue thing, but can't you see this might all just be a weird coincidence? A couple of stray cats here and there doesn't mean there's some grand conspiracy at play. Coincidence? She shook her head in disbelief. What are the odds that I'd find these things in different houses? It's not just random. Someone had a motive. There were too many unique things I found between the homes. We only went into one house in the book. Must have skipped that, okay. Are you sure? Jim's expression softened slightly, but doubt still lurked in his eyes. I mean, how would thieves even go about targeting foreclosed homes? They wouldn't really care about collecting old cat memorabilia.
talking about squatters,
I don't know.
sneakers.
Maybe they don't care about collecting it, Tara countered, her voice firm. Maybe they're using it to distract from their main goal. We have to think like a feline mastermind. What is it doing? It said I was disconnected. Am I still on? I can't tell. What is that? Oh, it's my stupid glasses that are disconnected. I don't care. Where was I? What if it's not just about theft? What if they're covering up something bigger? All right, Sherlock, let's not make this more dramatic than it is, Jim replied, smirking at her enthusiasm. Whatever this small-time burglar is doing, I'm sure he's not plotting world domination with cat toys. Small time? Tara exclaimed. She's getting mad, flaring her arms in a mock gesture of exaggerated frustration. Did you get a good look at those homes? The stories those places could tell. There are cats everywhere in this town, and who knows what they might be doing under the radar. Jim sighed and leaned against the counter, his playful demeanor subdued. Okay, but let's think practically here. You'll need more than anecdotes to prove this. We have bills to pay and houses to sell, remember? That's not what Jim would be saying. That'd be me. Don't you get it? This is an investigation. We can't let little things like bills stop us, Tara insisted. Her heart racing at the prospect of cracking the case. I could work on my listings later, but today we've got a mystery about to unfold before us. I'm sure my clients would like that. Jim chuckled lightly. Promise me you won't turn this into an obsession, okay? I love your passion, but don't let it overshadow what's important.
I don't think Jim would say that. I think he would say, okay.
Okay, dear. Fine, but only if you promise to check out the evidence with me later. Tara replied, unable to hide her grin. Deal, Jim said, asking, speaking of evidence, where's Laura? Don't tell me she's trailing your shadow. Yeah, she's probably hunting dust bunnies, Tara remarked, bending down to retrieve her phone from her bag, but we might need her in a moment. At the sound of her soft mew, the two of them turned toward the hallway. Tara's heart sped up as she noticed her cat instinctively nudging at the door of the basement.
It's mice.
Her green eyes gleaming with curiosity. Laura, what is it now? Tara asked, an ember of excitement igniting within her. Are you sure we should check down there? Jim asked apprehensively. It's just a basement, creepy and dusty, not to mention not exactly inviting. Wait, wasn't Jim at home?
Yeah, chopping vegetables.
And now he's worried about investigating a creepy, dusty basement?
Huh, he went to one of your listings with you.
But...
after dinner, of course.
We never left the house.
I
Oh, please, Tara replied, rolling her eyes playfully. It's not like there's a serial killer hiding down there. It's probably just laundry and an old vacuum.
And urine.
Who knows? Maybe we'll find more cat toys in a catnip cave. Come on, let's see what she's after. Tara took the lead, skimming the walls as they descended the narrow staircase that led down to the basement. The musty air swirled around them, amplifying the sounds of their footsteps.
You would need Benadryl.
Laura, the steadfast guide, led the way down, her tail high and like a victorious flag. Ooh, they missed that. She doesn't have a tail.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow.
They didn't know.
Right.
As the dim light flickered overhead, Tara couldn't shake the feeling that something extraordinary awaited them. Was it only her imagination, or could Laura sense something amiss? Hi, Angie, we're reading my book. Reaching the bottom, Tara stepped into the basement and illuminated the corners with her phone's flashlight. In the clutter, her heart sank at the sight of boxes piled haphazardly against the walls. Looks like a storage nightmare, Jim remarked, glancing around. Welcome to every homeowner's worst fear. Termites are probably worse. But what's in those boxes? Tara replied, moving closer to a larger box covered in cobwebs. Where there's clutter, there might be treasure. As she brushed the dust off the top, it appeared obscured writing peeked through. Cat stuff, keep out. She looked back at Jim, eyes wide with disbelief. You see this? Someone's been hiding something for sure. What else could be in here? With steady hands, she lifted the lid, cringing as it creaked open. Inside lay a treasure trove of stolen cat-related items, unopened packages of gourmet cat treats, scratching posts, collar charms, and even an extravagant cat tree that was almost too extravagant for the average household. All in a box.
Yard sale?
In a box. What on earth? Jim's voice trailed off as he stepped closer. His earlier skepticism echoed in his wide eyes. Where did this come from? Why would someone stow all these cat items down here? It's all coming together, Tara murmured, fingers playing over the on page 11, like they were calling for attention. This isn't just a random storage. It's a collection. Whoever's behind this must have built something out of these stolen items, or they were trying to hide something significant, almost like it's a part of a larger plan, Jim muttered, genuinely intrigued now. Exactly. It explains the patterns. We could be onto something big. Tara felt a surge of energy. Every cell in her body buzzed with excitement. There's a cat-centric conspiracy afoot, Jim. We must dive deeper. Her husband met her gaze, a mixture of awe and concern swirling behind his eyes. But for now, at least, she sensed that the wheels of understanding were turning for him. All right, Tara, let's see where this goes, because I have to admit, it sounds a little wild, but it's oddly captivating, he said, now fully engaged. Tara laughed, giddy and mild. Prepare yourself. This is only the beginning. Laura and I are going to get to the bottom of this. Once more, she knelt, lovingly arranging the cat-themed items, her heart leaping with anticipation of what was yet to come. Each item might offer another piece of the puzzle, pointing the way toward a hidden world, one that was waiting for her to uncover it. Together with Laura, she was more determined than ever to untangle a web of feline intrigue amidst the foreclosures, blending mystery with mischief in the most delightful way. That was 12 pages.
Wow.
I know.
It was wonderful. Hi, Mama.
Okay, that's the end of chapter 1. Thank you for attending today's reading session.